All right, shout out to Slow Ride Garage. Before we get this show started, we got another guest here. We got Daniel Elmore. Everybody is familiar with Daniel. He had a killer year this past year. We're just going to do a little quick catch up with Daniel. How you been, Daniel?
I'm great. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, man. Happy New Year, by the way.
Thank you. You too.
Awesome. Awesome. So Daniel, man, let's talk some moto like we always do. You had a really good year this past year. Um, how did you prepare yourself? How did you prepare yourself mentally before you even came into the year?
So the year actually started pretty confusing.
Hmm.
I came to the year as a full privateer, and I went to start training in the States anyways. And I was probably going to be out of money by the time Nationals finished. I had no plans of even racing indoors.
Okay.
But Steve Sims from Trail Designs Gasgas SSR called me probably about February, early February, and I was on the team within a week. So that really took a lot of pressure off and helped me a lot to prepare.
Good, good, good. And how was your physical training going? What do you do to actually, if you can give some type of insight with your physical training aspects? Do you focus mainly on cardio, weight training? How do you prepare yourself for like a 35 minute moto?
So actually, about this time of year and a couple months before now, I do hard weight training like as much as I can. I usually try and usually get around to 170 pounds because every national season I lose 10 pounds by the end of the year.
Okay.
Just the load and the cardio I'm doing during the season is
Hmm.
pretty hard on the body. So I usually try and come in a bit with a bit more muscle mass.
Okay, okay. So you don't spend too much time cycling or running at all?
I'm right now I'm doing about an hour of cycling every evening,
Oh,
but
okay.
every morning I do weight training.
Okay, okay. Yeah, you're not out there taking no damn ice baths at below zero, right? Or
Every
negative
day.
30 every day, huh? Dude, I've never
No.
tried that, man. Not even in the summertime. I just cannot vibe with that cold ass water, dude. And I look at it and I always, man, I'll try it someday, dude. But I just can't get my ass to do it.
No, yeah. Yeah, it definitely helps a lot with old injuries and such. So,
Yeah. Prior to your season even starting last year, you were actually committed to riding the Honda 450, and I think I think it was Courtney Lloyd who actually helped you out with bikes. How did you guys' relationship begin?
so she helped me out as a intermediate rider, I guess. That would have been the 2018 season on Husqvarna's. And then we kind of parted ways a little bit. The next, I guess it would have been 3 years. I went to Yamaha 250s, and I was getting more serious with racing and trying to make a living at this. So she seemed like the best choice to seek help with, as she's pretty big in the industry and she knows what's going on. And yeah, she helped me out a lot all the 22 season and was going to for 23 as well. So I really appreciate her help.
Awesome. With all that training prior to you being on the Honda, you ended up getting the call, like you were saying, from Steve Sims, SSR Racing. What was that conversation about? How did that conversation take place?
He actually texted me, like I said, mid-February, I believe, and pretty much just asked if I had a ride or anything lined up. And I obviously said, not really, no.
Mm.
And he called me, talked on the phone a bit, went over some plans and kind of what it would be about. And I had the contract signed within 4 or 5 days. And then the bike was there later that week. So it all went together pretty quick.
Oh, good. Right on. Um, Now, was that your first time ever jumping on a gas?
Well, like I said, I rode a Husky in 2018, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously that was a lot different. It was bone stock and it was a two-stroke as well. So it
Mm-hmm.
was quite different from the Honda, but I got used to it pretty quick. I really liked it.
And what were some of the most noticeable changes on the bike that you noticed, and what was something that you wanted to change right away?
So he actually had me on cone valves to start with,
Mm-hmm.
and against popular opinion, I actually really didn't like them much.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to air forks pretty quick, and that I really love those. So the biggest difference I think between the Honda and the Gasgas is the Honda corners really smooth and like it turns super easy. The Gasgas you kind of gotta make a bigger effort to get it leaned over and such, but it's way more stable, and I was a lot more confident high speed. So.
Okay, wow. So the season kicks off. You're on a new bike. You're on a team. You finished up inside the top 10 all year. You podium, made the box. You got a 4th in the arena cross. You had a killer year, man. What will it take for you to be on that box more consistently?
Yeah, thank you. Just keep doing what I'm doing. I think I've progressed significantly every year since I went pro. One thing that could help is just more speed, pretty much, honestly. I sometimes when I just like get into a rhythm in a moto, I realize, oh dang, I could have gone this much faster on this straight, and this guy just caught me a bunch. Stuff like that. I just need to be more aggressive and carry my speed better.
So you think it's just practicing on your speed? Because I watch you ride, and I've seen you ride, more than enough occasions, and you're like one of those quiet type riders. That if you are coming from behind, you don't really know that you're coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you make your presence known, and I can agree with you. Like through the past couple years, I've been seeing you ride. Like your speed has picked up quite a bit.
Thank you.
So, and you're finishing on the podium. We just got to get you consistently on there, man, because you've always been one of those guys that are like 6th, 7th, 8th, lingering right around that top 10 spot. But you're slowly making your those 10ths to 8ths, those 8ths to 7ths, those 7ths to 5th, and you're getting closer and closer. I think within this next year or two, you're going to be up there with the fast guys on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's the goal. Obviously, it's I want to make a living at this, so I'm trying as hard as I can, and every year just a little better. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Now, you had like we discussed, you had an awesome year, Daniel, man, and they say all good things kind of comes to an end. Unfortunately, after you got the ride, the end of the year, SSR, Steve Sims Racing, the doors closed. Where do you go from here?
I'm not 100% sure at this point. I've got a plan that might work out, and if it doesn't, I got a backup plan and so on, but nothing's confirmed yet. And I could talk about it, but I'm not sure if I should, because in case it doesn't end up working out, kind of like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, check this out. This is a story that you don't know that I'm getting ready to share with you. So after Steve Sims, man, he after his doors closed, he made his announcement. I actually contacted a team on your behalf.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And unfortunately, this team had a full roster, but he did mention that if he would have known sooner, he would have brought you on part of the team. So,
oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just out there like a lot of guys don't know it. When I see a post, and if I can network with somebody, if I can network the two, then I'll do it just to be able to help you out or help someone out, because I know how it is being a privateer. No problem. I also contacted another buddy of mine in the States. Shout out to my boy Johnny Jump over at ODI. I sent him a little bit of your bio and told him a little bit about yourself, and he's supposed to be hitting you up. So let me know if he contacts you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate all that.
No problem. So looking ahead for the next season, any changes or strategies you're going to implement this year or this coming year, or this season, I should say?
Nothing significant. Kind of the same plan as far as training goes as last season. I'm switching it up. I'm going to south of the border this winter instead of Club MX. Okay. I just kind of like how the vibe there's better, and I personally think the tracks are better for pro level nationals. So I think that'll be a benefit.
And when do you plan on heading out that way?
I'm hoping to leave in 3 weeks, but like I said, I don't have any bikes lined up fully yet, so we'll see where that goes.
Okay, you know what color you're going to be on, or what color you'd like to be on?
I don't know for sure. I think it's either going to be green or blue, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. See you on a green bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Daniel, man, I don't have too many questions for you. I just want to do a quick, brief catch up with you, man, an update and see where you're at right now. I see the weather's pretty cold out there. You were saying you made a post that was negative 28. So
yeah,
that's
a little
wild.
chilly.
Yeah, that's wild. But I definitely thank you for your time and coming on the Blacklisted MX, man. Once you get back on that bike, dude, and you start making those changes and you got sponsors and everything's going your way and everything's flowing smooth, man, give us a shout out, man. Let us know how you're doing. We'd like to catch up again with you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That'd be awesome. I'd love to be on here again. It's always a good time.
Cool. Thank you, D, man, and I appreciate your time with Blacklisted MX, man. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Have a good one.